Breaking news that's shaking the immigration world. Trump's latest executive order on birth tourism is set to take effect in 2025, and it could change everything you thought you knew about U.S. immigration policies. If you or someone you know has been considering giving birth in the United States to secure citizenship for their child, this new ban is a game changer that demands your immediate attention. The government's crackdown aims to close loopholes, tighten enforcement, and redefine the rules surrounding birthright citizenship, which could have far-reaching consequences for families, lawyers, and communities alike. In this video, we'll break down what Trump's new order entails, why it's being introduced now, and how it could impact thousands of parents planning to travel to the U.S. for childbirth. We'll also explore the legal battles and controversies surrounding birth tourism and discuss what the future might hold for those affected by this sweeping policy change. Whether you're an expectant parent, an immigration professional, or simply someone who wants to stay informed on critical policy shifts, this video will give you the clarity you need. Don't let misinformation leave you in the dark about your rights and options. If you want to stay ahead of the curve and understand how this 2025 birth tourism ban might affect you or your loved ones, make sure you watch this video all the way through. And before we dive deeper, take a moment to hit that like button. Your support helps us keep you updated with the latest, most important immigration news. Let's get started. Now that we've introduced the game-changing birth tourism ban set for 2025 under Trump's new executive order, it's time to unpack the full story behind this significant policy shift. This isn't just another headline or political soundbite. It's a development with real, tangible effects on countless families, immigration lawyers, and communities. The implications of this ban ripple far beyond the surface, touching on deep questions about citizenship, rights, and the future of U.S. immigration law. To begin understanding the gravity of this new order, we need to revisit what birth tourism actually means. For years, birth tourism has referred to the practice of traveling to the United States specifically to give birth so that the child automatically gains U.S. citizenship under the 14th Amendment's Birthright Citizenship Clause. This has long been a legal pathway that some families have used to secure a potential passport, healthcare benefits, and future opportunities for their children. However, this practice has also sparked controversy, with opponents arguing it exploits immigration laws and places strain on public resources. Trump's administration, and now with this new order continuing into 2025, has taken a firm stance against birth tourism, viewing it as a loophole that undermines immigration enforcement and national sovereignty. The new ban specifically aims to curb the influx of pregnant visitors who come solely for childbirth, tightening visa scrutiny and enforcement measures. What this means in practical terms is a significant change in how pregnant travelers seeking entry to the U.S. will be treated at ports of entry and during visa application processes. Many expectant parents will now face far more stringent questioning and documentation requirements to prove the purpose of their visit is not to give birth in the U.S. This adds an extra layer of complexity and uncertainty, as denying entry based on suspicions of birth tourism could leave families stranded or forced to seek alternatives in other countries. The emotional toll of such decisions cannot be overstated. Families are forced to weigh risks, legal options, and even personal safety in navigating these new rules. Moreover, this ban raises substantial legal questions and sparks heated debates within the immigration community. Opponents argue that birthright citizenship is a constitutional right protected under the 14th Amendment, which states that anyone born on U.S. soil is automatically a citizen, regardless of their parents' immigration status. They contend that trying to limit this right via administrative orders or visa restrictions skirts the constitutional protections and sets a dangerous precedent. On the other hand, proponents of the ban argue that birth tourism exploits this constitutional protection in a way that lawmakers never intended. They claim the practice drains resources from hospitals, healthcare systems, and taxpayers, and that it incentivizes a form of immigration circumvention that should be addressed. This clash of perspectives fuels ongoing political and legal battles, with both sides presenting passionate arguments grounded in different interpretations of law, fairness, and national interest. What makes this 2025 ban especially impactful is its timing and scope. Unlike previous measures that may have been limited in enforcement or ambiguous in application, this new order comes with stronger mechanisms for implementation. Customs and Border Protection (CBP) officers are being trained to identify suspected birth tourists more effectively, and visa officers are instructed to scrutinize applicants with greater suspicion if there are indications of pregnancy or intent to give birth in the U.S. This means many travelers who might have previously passed through will now find their plans disrupted or denied outright. For those who do manage to enter but give birth in the U.S., the order attempts to limit the benefits conferred to the child and family. While the child's citizenship remains guaranteed under the Constitution, the order could restrict access to certain public benefits or place additional restrictions on family members' immigration status, depending on the evolving regulatory environment. This creates a complicated patchwork of rights and restrictions that families will need to navigate carefully. The ramifications extend beyond just individual families to affect diplomatic relations, healthcare providers, and legal professionals. Hospitals in border states and major cities have reported increases in foreign nationals coming specifically for childbirth, sometimes overwhelming maternity wards and leading to higher costs for uncompensated care. With the ban in place, these healthcare providers may see a shift in patient demographics, which could alter funding, staffing, and community health dynamics. Immigration lawyers and advocates are also gearing up for a new wave of cases challenging the ban's legality and practical effects. Many foresee lengthy court battles that could ultimately reach the Supreme Court, testing the limits of executive authority and constitutional protections. Meanwhile, families caught in the crossfire may struggle to find clear guidance or support as they face uncertain futures. If you are watching this video because you or someone you know might be affected by these changes, it's crucial to start preparing now. Understanding your rights, gathering necessary documentation, and consulting with experienced immigration attorneys can make a world of difference. Don't wait until you're at the airport or visa office to figure out how these rules apply to you. Proactive planning is your best defense against unexpected complications. In addition to legal preparation, it's important to recognize the broader social and emotional dimensions of this ban. For many immigrant families, the dream of giving their child U.S. citizenship is deeply tied to hopes for a better future, access to education, healthcare, and opportunities that might not be available in their home countries. The ban challenges that dream and forces families to reconsider their plans, often with heavy emotional burdens. Communities that have historically supported birth tourists through housing, transportation, and legal aid may also feel the impact, as fewer families are able to undertake these journeys. This shift could alter community dynamics, economic activity, and even cultural landscapes in certain regions. At the same time, this policy may drive birth tourism underground, as families seek alternative routes or methods to circumvent the ban. This can lead to increased exploitation by unscrupulous agents, unsafe travel conditions, and greater legal risks. The government will need to balance enforcement with humane treatment and ensure that policies do not inadvertently harm vulnerable populations. It's also worth considering the international perspective. Countries neighboring the U.S., such as Canada and Mexico, may see changes in travel patterns as families seek other destinations for childbirth. This could lead to shifts in cross-border healthcare demands and diplomatic cooperation on immigration issues. Observers around the world will be watching closely to see how this U.S. policy change influences global birth tourism trends. Looking ahead, the birth tourism ban raises fundamental questions about the future of citizenship laws in the United States. Discussions about reforming birthright citizenship have been ongoing for years, and this ban may be a stepping stone toward broader legislative changes. Some lawmakers have proposed amendments to the Constitution or new laws that would restrict automatic citizenship to children born only to citizens or lawful residents. Such proposals are highly controversial and would require extensive debate and public support. The outcome of these discussions will shape not only birth tourism policy, but the very definition of American citizenship in the years to come. For now, the key takeaway is that this 2025 birth tourism ban is a pivotal moment in U.S. immigration policy. It signals a clear intent by the government to clamp down on what it sees as exploitation of birthright citizenship, while simultaneously opening up complex legal, social, and ethical debates. Staying informed and prepared is essential for anyone potentially affected. If you are planning to travel to the U.S. for childbirth, consider alternative options, consult trusted legal professionals, and keep abreast of policy updates. The landscape is shifting rapidly, and what worked in the past may no longer be viable. Your best chance at a smooth process lies in understanding the new rules and acting accordingly. For those interested in immigration advocacy or policy, this is a moment to engage thoughtfully with these changes, supporting vulnerable families while also recognizing the government's concerns. Constructive dialogue and well-informed advocacy can help shape fairer, more effective policies going forward. In conclusion, Trump's 2025 birth tourism ban is not just a headline. It's a transformational policy with wide-reaching consequences. Whether you're directly impacted or simply seeking to understand evolving immigration dynamics, this is a development to watch closely. Remember to share this video with anyone who might need this critical information. And don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated on all immigration news. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive. Stay informed, stay prepared, and as always, I'm here to help you navigate the complex world of immigration policy.